Okay, so new video today. It's another collection slash declutter. I'm going to go through my brushes first, and I'm probably going to speed this up and just show you the ones that I get rid of, because I don't think I'll be getting rid of that many. And then I've got my blushes and my bronzers to do after that. So I'm just going to get started on the brushes. There's only a few that are going. This is the lip balm holder, well, what used to be the lip balm holder that you saw in the lip declutter video, but now I've got it stood up like this and I've got my face brushes in here, and I think this is a really handy way to store my brushes. So I'm just going to go through them and see which ones I want to get rid of and which ones I want to keep. And these are my eye brushes, and I've got a whole load of things in here which I really don't use, so I'm probably going to get rid of a lot from here. And most of them are sponge tip applicators, because I do like them for packing on shadows, but apart from that I don't use them, so I've got one too many. So that's that. I'll just give you a little shot of the ones that I'm getting rid of. So I'm getting rid of the e.l.f. powder brush because it's all the bristles are coming out. This is from an e.l.f. One of the £1.50 highlighters, I think they are, and then this is from my Sleek highlighter palette, and they're just, neither of them are very good quality, to be honest, so they're going. This is from my W7 Honolulu bronzer. I just don't need another one like this because I've got the NARS Eater Brush dupe from eBay, and then I've also recently bought a little benefit kit with the Hoola in it, and that's got its own brush like this as well, so I just don't need this. I've got this sort of concealer, sort of mini foundation flat brush. I just don't use it. Then I've got these sort of cheap little eyeshadow brushes here. I don't use them. And then you saw all the sponge tip applicators, and then I've also got, I had two of these, and I'm going to keep one. I don't need the others though. So that is what's going from there. Okay, so I've got all of the brushes in here, and now let's go through the bronzers and blushes. So this is how I store the bulk of my bronzers and blushes. These are just Ferrero Rocher boxes. This is an overflow of my highlighters. These are the MUA Undress Your Skin. These will be looked at in the bubbles. Do you have to walk under there? These will be looked at in the highlighter portion. So the reason why I feel ready to get rid of things like this is because I've basically found the products that I like, and so I don't see the point of holding on to things that I just don't use. So one thing that I haven't given a fair shot at, so I'm going to keep, is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze, which is a liquid bronzer. I've used it once and I thought it applied okay, but I need to apply it a few more times before I can make a judgment on it. So this is the little kit that I got today, and I bought this with an old birthday gift card from last year. And so it comes with a mini Professional, a mini What's Up, and then a full-size Hoola bronzer. And this is what that looks like if you didn't know. I don't know whether you can see the swatch. I'm hoping that the sun isn't washing me out completely. So I'm definitely going to keep this, obviously. I haven't had a chance to play with it. And this will fit in the little bronzer tray nicely. And so because I've got this, I'm going to get rid of the W7 Honolulu. This is just quite a lot darker. You see, That's the colour of it. I don't like it that much. It's right there. As you can see, it's a bit darker than that, and I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit more orangish, a bit more brown, and I just think it's a bit too much for me, so I'm going to get rid of this. Another thing I'm going to get rid of is the MUA Bronze Perfection. I originally got this because people said it was nice for a contour shade, but it does have shimmer in it, and now that I'm looking at it, it is a little bit similar to the Hoola bronzer, so I'm not really bothered about keeping this because I only got it to see whether it would be good for contour, and it's got little shimmers in it, so it's not really good for contour, and it's not something I'd use to bronze up anyway, if that's going. Something that I'm sure a lot of the pale girls will recognise is the NYX Taupe blush. I haven't used this in a while because sometimes I thought it looked a bit grey, but I do use this as an eyeshadow as well, so because I use it for multiple things, I'm going to keep this. Something I like when I'm not really bothered about going for some major contour or anything like this is the e.l.f. Baked Bronzer in Los Cabos. It's a bit dark on my skin, so it basically gives a bit of definition whilst just being a really nice bronzer as well. It's got a really nice sheen going onto it. It blends out really easily, and I really like that one. This is my favourite bronzer. This is the Body Shop Honey Bronzer in 01, and this is just really light and perfect for every day. And I also use it when I go out as well if I don't want as much bronze look, if I'm like going for a more focus on the blush. I don't know whether that'll even show up that well on the camera, but I love this one. Anyone that's pale or wants a nice everyday bronzer, this is great. And then something that I haven't really given much of a shot of is the NYC Sunny. I spent ages looking for this, funnily enough, and then when I finally found it, I've barely used it. So I'm going to keep it for a little while longer and see what I think. This is what it looks like. It's a bit orange, so I do have to be careful with it. But I'm going to keep it and see how I work with it. I've only used it a couple of times, so this will be going in my try it tray, and this one will also be joining it actually. So that's Decluttered 2 bronzers, which I'm happy with because, as I said, I've gotten used to certain formulas now that I know that I like. So I don't feel the need to hang on to multiple different products because I won't use them. And then this is my blush collection. I think 2 or 3 things will be going from here, but not that many. These are the Sleek Blush by 3. This is in pink lace, and I love this one. I don't use the middle shade. I actually got this on a clearance, I think. It was in a damaged product bin, and it was down to $4.50 from $9.99. And the only thing I could see is that the cream product had been touched, and I wasn't really bothered about that anyway. But these are 2 really gorgeous blushes. That's what they look like there. It's really inconvenient because it's between the 2 powders, so the powder flies into the cream product, and then that makes the product not be that smooth, and just because I feel like it was touched anyway, I'm just not a fan of it, so I don't use that. But these 2 powders are perfect. And the Sleek blushes are really quite pigmented, as you can see, so it is best to use a light hand when working with them. And then this is the Sleek Lace palette, which I got for Christmas a few years ago, and I love these colours. This is a dupe for NARS Orgasm, apart from it's a bit more on the coral side rather than the pink. And then this is the other shade, and this one right here. It's not swatching that well, but they really are smooth products. It's not swatching that well because I've just wiped my hand with a baby wipe, so it's a bit wet. But these are the colours in it, and I love this palette. I don't use it as often as the pink one just because I find these 2 shades intimidating, but I have worn this on occasion and been really, really light with it. And I really like the look of this one on my cheeks as well. It gives a nice shine. So I won't get rid of that one either. Something that I think I will be getting rid of is the MUA £1 blush in Bubblegum. I just don't use it that much anymore. When I first started with makeup, this was the only blush I had, so I used it quite a lot. And then the blush actually broke, so this is a repurchase, and I just haven't used it since then. I think it's about 3 years old maybe. I I find it really patchy now that I've tried other products and found better formulas. Also, this is fairly similar to the pink in the lace palette. This is more of a fuchsia pink, well, a reddish tone pink, and this is more of a coral pink. And so I don't really feel the need to keep it when I don't really like the formula anymore. Then my only high-end blush is the MAC Dolly Mix, and this is another reason why I don't mind getting rid of the MUA Bubblegum, because I have this by MAC, and it's a red tone pink with a nice shimmer running through it, and you don't have to be intimidated by this if you've got pale skin, because this is what it swatches like, and it just blends really easily and it gives a nice healthy glow to your cheeks. So I really love this one, and this is what I tend to use when I go out clubbing or something. Okay, and another £1 blush, this is by Makeup Revolution, is in Treat, and this is a nice peach shade. It's right there. And I'm surprised I've used this as much as I have, but I got it because I've never tried a peach blush before. And this is what I reach for if I wear makeup on an everyday or if I'm going to an interview or something like that. And so I really like this one. It's really good for £1. It's pigmented. I find them not to be as, this one not to be as patchy as the MUA one, so I'm going to keep this. And then I've got two last ones, which one's actually a bronzer, but it's more of a pink tone bronzer, so I'd be more inclined to use it as a blush. But as I've been saying, I've grown out of certain formulas, and I think these are two formulas that I really I don't pull for them anymore. This is the MUA Mosaic Bronzer in Sunkissed Glow, and so I tried this today because I haven't used it a lot in the past, and so I thought I'll give it a chance, see whether I like it, and if not I'll get rid of it. And I don't like it. This is what it is. It's a fairly pink tone bronzer, so that's why I thought it'd be nice for a sort of natural, sort of bronzy blush, but I just don't like it, I really don't. And this is the MUA Mosaic Blush in English Rose, and whilst I think I'll probably get rid of it, I am going to put it in the little tub to try things out again, because I did use this in the past as a purpley highlight. I'm going to put this in my little tub to try a product out again, because I haven't pulled for it in a while. But I did used to really like it, but as I said, I've grown out of formulas, so it probably will end up being decluttered shortly. So, these are what I'm keeping. More than enough, as you can see. As I said, I'll be doing these at a later date, but I've got 3 bronzers that I'm definitely keeping, the Hoola that I need to try still, and then these 2 that are going to be in the little tray to see whether I like. These are the blushes that I'm keeping, and then this one that I'm going to be putting in the little tray to try. And then this is what I'm getting rid of. So I'm getting rid of the MUA blush in Bubblegum, the Mosaic Bronzer in Sunkissed Glow, the Bronze Perfection, and the W7 Honolulu powder. And I'm really quite happy with that. They were the products I definitely knew I was going to get rid of, and I just wanted to swatch everything else. These 2 I have a good chance of keeping because, as I said, I've only used this a couple of times and it has worked okay. So I just need to have a play around a bit more. And then this, I did like when I used it last year, and so I think I'll use this in the summer. And then this, I think it will probably end up going. But as I said, I just want to give it one last chance since I did used to like it a lot. So I hope you like this video. Next one I think will be highlighters, and then I've got the chore of going through my pigments, my liners and my eyeshadows, and then my palettes, but I don't think I'm getting rid of many palettes. As far as the bronze and the blushes go, I'm really quite happy with myself. I think I've done quite well, and I'm looking at my collection and I'm really happy with it now. It's looking a lot more tidy, because it used to give me anxiety just staring at it. And I did have a moment where I'd used to buy a lot of makeup, but now I'm more of into the mode of using what I've got. I mean, there are obviously a few things that I've seen and I've thought, well, I might buy those at a later date, but as of right now, I'm not in that state where it's like I need to buy this new item because it's new and I want to try it. I'm over that now, and I'm quite happy that I am, because it was bugging me with how much I wouldn't be able to stop myself. Very first world problem, but I know a lot of people have felt like this, and so that's why a lot of people are doing declutters now, because they've got to the stage where they're like, I know what I do use, I know what I enjoy, and I know what I just don't use in my collection. So this has been a really good bit of therapy for me, I think. So that was it. Next one will be highlighters. I'm almost certain of that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.